Spirit. But anyway, Down.
I'm sorry. Let's go.
It's
Take
all
it away.
good. It's all good. Roy has taken Stound's life away, Hawker, and now we're entering.
Hey, there it is.
The advantage for Fnatic, hopping out the window. Refresh. Hiding away from his camera. Testes, we zoom in his eyeballs, but the fights keep coming. Crims keeps getting picks. Refresh fighting back, minute 23 left in the clock, but Fnatic want to deal with this one very early. A little slip up through connector coming through, but there's no bailing out of this one. Fnatic really can't get away from the site. They're committed into B, but potentially a flank come around the backside. There's exactly what Roy attempts, but is exactly what Heroic anticipate.
Yeah, it's going to fall into this little weird 3-on-3 now, right? Bomb going down for Fnatic, and Forest looking like he wants to try and make a bit of a play here. Up close to the market, he wants to fight for this control as they push on in. The element of surprise, Refresh traded after one, and so it's all left onto Cadian up through the short side, looking for a way back in.
Well, he hasn't got utility, he hasn't got a kid. It has to just be headshots. And Cadian being tagged up from all directions, really not finding an opportunity into this one, and will get taken. The interesting part is that Mezzi is no longer with Alex, right? He was with Alex literally his entire top-level career, really. So it will be interesting to see how that dynamic pans out. Cadian with a scout, looking to see what he can find, doing damage already, Harry.
But that's kind of, that's the end of the intrigue, Yeah. He gets a couple of scout tags, and it looked like it could have led to something, but in the end, it's going to be nothing here for Heroic. Dead on the short side.
Nice and deep. Fnatic are going to have no issues. No one's on the A side.
Yeah, Crims might die, and he will die to the USPs that are flocking over towards Con. But
Why is there more happening, Harry?
Hang on a moment. This is meant to be a very clean round, but right now it's a 5-on-3. Little boost up to try and spot over. You've also got a big flank coming in on the ramp side for Stound, but it's been checked. Still, you're down to 2, Fnatic. This is USPs. It's getting out of control. It's getting out of hand. Someone, kill anyone, please. It's just Mezzi. Man at the helm of the pack now needs to lead by example. It's a trial by fire. The USPs nipping away at his heels, and Refresh is there to take it over the line. That is a full USP.
So, I'll see if they can recover it in 3v5. Really shouldn't be happening here. Mezzi's going to be walking out the ramp. Cadian has it held. He's even got the rifle beside of him. So he's got a lot of support here. For Fnatic, they're going to try and use the little boost. I love that. Nikodos taking Cadian out, but it is Shush in the close position that takes Mezzi down in response. 40 seconds, bomb down on the ramp. It's just a matter of time before Heroic got a second to forward and tie things up. Oh, Crims.
Surely this is the end of the line, man. He's tagged down low, and Heroic looking good for their second, looking good to tie this game up. I do want to draw attention to that lovely little bait and switch setup over towards ramp.
It's just, I wouldn't mind that move permanently, to be honest. I mean, he's no longer with the team, right?
I would love it.
So
he's still so good.
He's still sick. It's unbelievable. Although Shush making sure that there isn't really anything getting out of hand here, and that is that's cool. Bags,
everything's in gold.
Yeah, it's a gold toilet seat. That would be kind of weird, though. Gold is pretty soft, so you sit on it long enough, the heat would eventually, you would just sink into your own body.
I don't think it's that soft. Woo, Cadian! But he's hard as hell, but Roy's found him down here in middle, and we're back into a 4-on-4 with Cadian dead. Stound's trying to make a risky play happen here. Also playing behind this con smoke. Bit of spam, gonna give up the aim of the game for Stound. Trade work is good in middle, but Forest has the round in the palm of his hands. Uh-oh, he's fired off too soon, and Shush is going to
tie. Opening Testes plays on top of the stairs, and so lucky on the timing. This flick shot from Nikodos not going to land. And now Roy starts to make his way deeper. 25 seconds left in the timer. Roy begins to search for the pick, but look how disciplined Heroic are. They drop back, but Roy still snappy. Third kill added to the tally, and he begins to look for a refresh. Often a king in the clutch. A 1v1 up against the Dan on the other side. Refresh creeps closer. Close towards jungle. Roy steps in towards CT spawn for his post-plant position, but Refresh was close enough to hear a couple of those steps, so was completely fixated upon just one position. And Roy holds, waits for the walk around, and the headshot's in! About to walk into this B site, and there's only one player playing from here. It's Testes out towards short.
Testes has a bit of help from Refresh. Forest dead out through the apartments first, and Refresh now brushed aside. Fnatic once again have tried to worm their way in here, but it's gotten a little bit awkward. Heroic have already pulled all these rotations around. They've even got an apartments flank coming in now out of Stown. He's very, very fast here, so whether or not Fnatic are ready for it, we'll have to wait and see. Going to start to spring this trap on the backstab. If he gets the freebie out of this, it's lovely. And there's Stown and Shush combining for those two.
Reading the book. I can't read.
Nah, me either, dude. The world's just more fun when you can't.
Yeah, I listen.
Ooh, hello. Oh.
What? Boom.
It was a cool idea. Like, you know, they saw the AWP on top ticket and they're like, okay, we have a little trick.
He was on an amusement ride that hadn't been serviced in like 10 years.
Yeah.
Rusty bolt. Detach. And his corpse fly. Walk through that ramp smoke, so you have to try and find map control elsewhere. They've got Roy out and towards mid. A couple more forces about to peek into him though and refresh. I like that. I'm not really an expert on horse myself.
Well, don't worry, you're with the right guy. Here's Forest. Out through Palace.
Shush.
The main man, now dead to Shush.
But it's all Mezzy.
Starting to fall apart. It's just Mezzy left standing. He was coming back to join him with this A hit, but there was so little time left. Like, they had to go. And
don't die after the time. He's died after the time. Yeah, 250.
Yeah, no, that's true. He is the Deagle right now.
Deforestation, perhaps, though. Yeah. Chop down.
That's
Trees
fine.
are gone.
I'm going to say Mezzy. He doesn't have a Deagle, but I think he's going to get a Deagle. Maybe
That's a bold one, Harry. You picked the one guy without a Deagle, and we're all wrong here. Crims did get one, actually, so there we go. Nico does. Dead. Test. Deep. It's going to be Fnatic getting up in towards the ladder room. Clearing it out. They've got a good bit of map control here, but Heroic really shouldn't have too many issues. They're holding the range advantage with the rifles. They've leaned 3 players towards A. They've got deep control in the apartments of Refresh. Stown can miss that fight quite heavily and actually loses his life in the trade from Roy. So that's an upgraded weapon. Although Shush will fend off the connector flight and peeks out again for the second onto Crims. It's just down to Mezzy and Nikodos, and they'll see what they can do, but they're just going to meet the same fate as their teammates.
Oh no,
everyone.
Accidental right.
Yeah, we've all been there. Oh, that Fnatic aren't coming towards this B site right now at all, so they can bolster the defense on A and try and hold this down. Stown rattling away, gets the double. Mezzy and Roy both go down, and Stown finally traded out, but his work has already been done. It feels real tough now for Fnatic, who are now down to the 3v3, and Refresh is pushed all the way behind him. He's starting to counter the connector. There needs to be a quick kill here for Nikodos, but it's not quick enough. Doesn't get away, and just Crims. Bomb isn't down, 20 seconds left, and look at that. Just the reactions of Heroic. They don't leave a second for you to try and figure it out. You have to immediately react, otherwise they're going to get all the info. And Crims, quite the master of the clutch, time and time again. This time being peppered down through the boxes. He's down to 17. And they're both doubling up. They're playing together, so this makes this very difficult because Crims can't sustain any more damage, right? A bullet goes through, takes him out pretty quickly here. Crims under a lot of pressure, and finally the spam will come that long. You lose the first player, they either try and trade that or they get map control back. And Shush is pushed through Palace, and that's where the trade comes back in. So now you see a player coming late into Palace. The signal is potentially an A play to finish this one. You can start rotating players back, but Fnatic doing a decent job at getting a couple of these kills back, but the window boost is watched by Cadian, but it's the power position of Shush. Fnatic realize they have to clear him out. They have to take him out of Palace, and he knows if he just holds this, he's got a powerful position to set up a distraction that gives more space to his team to get back in for the retake.
Yeah, Fnatic now either have to fight forward or go back and try and deal with this Palace player. Right now, they're kind of waiting inside of the site. They've got a man holding for this Palace swing, but it's taking eyeballs off of other avenues here for Heroic. Flash goes in for Cadian. This is going to trigger the push. Shush out and in with one. Traded after the fact. It's Cadian at 2 HP, desperately trying to wallbang. It's not going to happen. Fnatic.
It's a quick B play here from Heroic. Utility being dumped in, Flash being put on towards Mezzy. He's going to hear this. He has a good setup with Roy to try and deal with it.
That flash is brutal though. Roy is now dead and Mezzy is overwhelmed. They sprint at him. They run him down. And now they're left in this 5-on-3. Bomb getting planted. It's for the apartments. They've got a man waiting here. Burst out of Refresh. All right, lad. 4 in the round. He's on for the ace. Go forth and get your fortune, Refresh. Here it is on the short side. He wants all 5 for the pistol, and there he is.
Been towards top con. They've already taken mid-control here, Heroic. Setting up, about to fight in the ladder.
Roy, 5-7 in a dream. But the dream catcher of Stown is there to knock him out of the round. Still, the trade's going back and forth. 3 strong inside of the B site. Heroic, not
Shush. Give him the Mac 10, send him forward on the low HP. Oh, Crims. He's found Gideon though on the start of the site. Gideon was not with his teammates, so unfortunately getting the weapon into his hands was almost impossible. Stown is going to dive on out. The 2 AKs left to do it. Stown, the playmaker, happy to create the space because of his teammate, who is damaged up. Stown not getting chances. Fnatic discipline, they realize this is a miracle chance to get back into the second half. If you don't pick up the pistol, you better hope you can find the force buy. Stown applying pressure, sets up the peek from Mezzi, who goes right into the crosshair of Shusha, now dives out of the apartments, taps onto the bomb. Nikodos trying to come back in, but Heroic have snatched it away.
I mean, this scout is still going to hit like an AWP, and I think he saw
a
little barrel there, right? So he
just
knows when one of these players are, but Stown holding the angle.
Dink onto Stown. Smart play to just drop back.
2.
Allow your teammates to move forward, and they're all dropping like flies right now on the Fnatic side. Gideon looking for money, and soon to be none.
None. It's just Roy left on a little CT wrap.
Roy looking for pure Yoy.
Roy with the double, 5-7, and with a chance. 1v2 for Roy now.
Stown's low.
Okay, there's the chance here, Roy. Once again, you know, it's a big opportunity for Fnatic. They didn't have a hell of a lot coming into this round.
No.
Roy, can he do it? Up close, Stown is here. Gonna have to get out of there. He's got support from his teammate back at ramp. Roy, how on earth are you meant to get into this one? That's a dink! Roy, it's so close! But Stown's gonna put a stop to the madness. They're now grouping in the apartments, all 5 here. They're looking to move in. Flash is going over the top. Mezzi's going to respond with the first. It's a good opener, but he's lost his teammate on the short side. Mezzi's now got to do the heavy lifting all alone, tucked in at the bench. He knows he's about to get fights, and that molly catches him out in the open. Crims does what he can to hold on, but it's not enough. Ikadar's now waiting with this AWP. Forest moving in to join him. It's a double market retake. And what is that from Cadian?
It has to be Forest. It just has to be on the flank, but
he's
position
saving.
now, give it away. He's going to grab the AWP.
I'll scoot, and I will meet you at the airport, and I will chauffeur you here. Crims is going to show Shush something now.
Oh, refresh!
Walking out of Palace. It's a good adjustment from Nikodos. Gonna reclaim that lost man, so the lead still held by Fnatic in this round. 4 on 3. Mezzi with the Goblin angle.
The Green Goblin.
Here he is.
Spider-Man's nemesis.
KDM.
Oh, he's got him.
Shooters, mate. They're sticking out. Oh my god. Oh my god. That's the bomb as well. Like, playing triggered, just knife him, bro. Just knife him.
Yeah. There we go. Finally. He's like, what? Surely the bomb isn't here alone, but nope. Gideon has gone up with a bomb alone, and everything is going down. Testus out of there. 6 rounds for Fnatic. It's about to be an execute in towards his position. He's playing in front of the smoke, so he will actually be able to deal some damage here. Will he be a...
Oh, you're lucky to be alive.
And he goes out again and dies. No kill for Forest in this round.
Hey, that is brutal. And as they try to turn to deal with the hole that's been made over in A, that's where the con split comes in. This was very well put together by Heroic.
Boom.
All right, Nikodos, come on then. Give us a reason to believe. 1 kill is not enough to believe yet. 1 kill, not enough to make me a believer.
You won't subscribe to this one. The 4v2, Heroic happily sitting, having a little bit of utility, but not a whole lot. Namely, there isn't actually Molotovs in play. There's 1 in the hands of Crim, so he won't be able to slow anything quick here. And it is pretty quick here out of B.
Yeah, they're trying to do what they can on these entries. Heroic. The flashes were good to move them in, but over on the short side, Crims has held it down rather. As he's still playing up close, going to turn him to mincemeat, and so a
deadly threat, in fact, is Roy. Push up into middle. He's gone down early on. So first pick is Heroics. Nice reply from Crims. He's caught in the connector. No one's there to help him out. He's going to be forced into the open. Fantastic work there from Crims to get the double kill.
Yeah, he's done his part in the round, but now everyone else needs to hold their own. Nikodos. Okay, playing in the window smoke, hoping he's given a gunfight here, but they are looking to move out of middle. Slipping instead down through lower.
Refresh is about to enter the apartments, and Mezzi's pushed up pretty far. He's found himself a comfortable little spot in the sofa area. He is not a welcome guest. He deploys his security measures.
Yeah, now they know, right? Messi still!
Yeah.
No one's only... And back in the game, it would be with a multi-kill in this position. You know, this could be the reactivation of Forest. He's been spotted. Oh, that's the bomb. It's a good start for Forest, but it's only one. Cadian's going to trade it still. He's got so much info from this.
And it actually just disrupts the play entirely, because you can't just go for that smoke execute, because the bomb fell down. You had to drop off the platform. You had to waste a few more seconds. And in that second, it's allowed an adaptation for Fnatic, an adjustment to the defense. And that's the push of Crims in towards ramp. 25 seconds left. If you're heroic, you can't be that methodical. Of course you have to clear this position, but oh, Crims gets the double. Gideon and Refresh go down, and the impact is felt from forced push in the initial part of the round, and the rest of the adaptation.
Heroic, they're starting to feel this one get a lot closer than they wanted it to. They're going to try and full send into the A bomb site. Crims putting on a show with this second AWP. Lights them up on the push, and now just plays the numbers game, right? No point overextending here, giving that AWP over, giving Heroic a chance. You can play the 4v2. Hello, Cadian's just lost the bomb on a stairs push. Oh my god, Shush! Hang on, this was not meant to be winnable. This wasn't meant to happen. He's only got a P250, only got the sidearm. This jungle player is a little bit away, and so Shush has time to get that reload off. Was not aware about Mezzi.
Actually, is that ramp set up? They walk through the ramp right now, puts pressure onto the AWP here. There's two AWPs inside of the A site. Crims needs this kill. If he gets this, Fnatic are in a great position, and that's exactly what Crims goes and gets.
Alarm bells are going off now for Heroic. They need someone to make a play. Refresh is trying to be that man, but no fights are getting given to him, and these AWPs continue to disrupt Heroic. Refresh, man, your time, your window's closing. Oh, he's just made it across underneath the Palace player. Oh, Nikados, what is that? Wall bangs him out. It's just Cadian left, and Nika. Ernie here has got the crunch on these mid players, but Refresh is considering it.
Yeah, Heroic have so much time, they can wait for this. They can wait. They know Fnatic has to react, and there's the information. Now they know, okay, likely a possible stack in towards this B side. Now we start to think about the connector play. Maybe we can start to take control of that. But Forrest comes back. He double dips, and there was no way Refresh thought he was going to stick around. That's a big kill to find, but they came up through.
Both bomb sites right now. They're in B and they're in A.
But the bomb's only gone to one. The bomb has only gone to A. 19 seconds left. Sticking around is Crims. He knows the bomb's gone down on this A site. Nikodos is taking out Testes, so it's all on Cadian. The 1v4 to survive overtime possibilities. He can close it, but it's going to have to be in the most heroic fashion.
He's cognizant of the wraparound. Cadian needs to be flawless in every one of these fights, and it's wishful on the back of A smokes.
And here it comes, utility being sent forward. Crims smoked off this time, so as the player committed inside of the smokes, there's Forest that looks to try and get it done. First kill will go Heroic's way. They've cleared out Forest. The machete chops down the trees and gives the chance now to Heroic to try and close this one out.
From 15-6 into round 30, is it all for nothing? Fnatic, a man down. They've got to dig deep. They've got to try and pull this one back from the most dire of circumstances. Already, Heroic are deep towards CT. Tess says they don't know about it, but here he is, swinging out. Crims now dead. Tess says, we'll get traded. Still, you're dealing with the deficit here if you're Fnatic. What are they going to do? Mezzi in the window. Good for the first, but Cadian's just being elusive, just dancing around. Mezzi's now dead. Nikados needs to serve up something huge. 1 versus 3, and this one is too far gone. Heroic. Now we head to Overpass. This used to be a bread and butter map of Alex's Fnatic.
Yes.
How is this new look squad going to fare on it?
Well, I'm sure Mezzi, as the caller, will look to try and dish out some of that, but dishing out kills on the side of Fnatic. Roy had the top performance for this side earlier today on Overpass. The side. It's going to be the Hail Mary play really here for Heroic. Forrest, even under so much pressure, even after getting gooshed up, still able to stand tall for the kill. And the puts down alone into the 1 versus 5. He'll start to drop back, hearing the steps, I'm sure, starting to consider the connector. Back, takes down Nikados. So it won't be the clean sheet for Fnatic, but very much will be their pistol round in just a moment. Down, starts to walk forward, likely to his death in just a moment. Flank coming around from the backside of the toilets as well, Down. You're right, it's a right, and he'll collect.
Because, you know, your brain goes to, like, the glory days. You know, I'm talking, you know, your Olafs, your Flushes, your JWs. Maybe it even goes further back than that, and, you know, you're thinking of your Forests
Your
and
Pronax,
whatnot.
maybe.
Yeah, but, yeah, in recent times, you know, it has kind of been a darker chapter in the Fnatic storyline.
Yeah.
And the thing that's so cool about people off of angles, but none of that today. Instead, they've just got to win these entries dry. Crims playing in tandem with Nikados. They're going to play off the back of one another, but Testes is there, taking heads off, leaving it all on Forest. MP5.
Go towards it. Nice little steal there for Forest and stolen away. He's pushed all the way through the playground. Testes waiting for it, gets the information. And Roy won't be getting behind him. It's instead Mezzi who swings out, does damage, and forces Shush to kill his own teammate. But Testes is tracking Roy, realizes he's in the early in the time, he looks away.
Yeah, bro, he realized, didn't he?
Yeah. Testes.
You had to say it. But man, it's like, he knows. Oh, no, he didn't know.
But he's seen him, dude.
I know.
He just thought Roy ran away, I guess.
Roy is very mobile. It's hard to predict his movements. He's like an arachnid.
Do you love arachnids? Spiders are my best friend.
Ugh.
Scorpions. Everything.
Well, all 8 legs for Fnatic here have to get moving. They do lose a couple, but it's Nikados thinning the herd of Heroic and leaving it all on...
Spider anyway. But that just really...
Yeah, Shelob's Lord of the Rings.
Alright, okay. That's...
And that's what they're looking to do here, grouping up over towards Long. They throw themselves into an early fight, and it goes even. 4v4. Refresh working this monster push, but is blindsided by Forest. And I mean, even if he got him, there was a really nice double setup employed there for Fnatic, so the trade was pretty much guaranteed. Mezzi doesn't know it yet, but Stown is right here, and he's not able to adjust in time. So that's the opener in towards this A site. Now the hit is looking to come through.
But below 30 seconds. Stown rips apart Roy. A little peek out, and that's his death sentence. Crim's under pressure. They continue to push forward here. Heroic closing the ground down, and the smokes are up. The force field keeping Fnatic at bay for the time being. And the plant is locked in. Forest. They check back. Long could have potentially been a shot out of the top rated players. You want to see consistency though out of Stown. If he can get there, then it would be fantastic to see this Heroic side time and time again. But it's quicking to be here, Harry.
Yeah, and right now, I mean, the hold's looking really clean for Fnatic. They've dealt with these first 2 components that were kind of trying to spearhead the push. And now it's all about just containing Heroic, leaving them trapped out towards Monster. You know, you can't win the round at Monster. They need more control here, and they can't get it. It's just a repeated onslaught of utility.
Seconds left in the timer as you head under the minute mark. Fnatic. Triple setup inside of the B site. Stronghold there for the time being, and even stronger out towards Long. Nikados forces the life out of Testes. Refresh extends out Monster, but Forest claims his life. That's a non-starter for Heroic.
Yeah, no, mate. They tried to do something they like doing, which is where they kind of like launch an offensive on both sides of the map. They really are a team. Credit to what would have been that swing from Refresh, right? The idea is they're getting ready at Long. The Heaven Smoke's gone in, and now the hit is coming.
It's very quick up those short. 30 seconds. Crim's under play. A lot of fire coming his way, and Shush and Refresh a couple. Mezzi tries to hold, but he can't fight in 2 fronts, and that puts Roy into a position that just isn't winnable. He starts to realize all of his teammates are gone. They've been put as well. It was very interesting to see in the timeout. Just sprung to mind the fact that Exist stands behind the Heroic side. Forest sits in the player's seat on the Fnatic side. Ex-teammates from the NIP days. Forest in this round holding strong. Stown is down. Refresh falls as well. Fnatic staying in this one. And it's Forest that's lifting them out of the hole. They've got the advantage. Under a minute left. Cadian jiggles to try and find info, and he will find Forest. Head is gone. And now it's Nikados into the 1v2, coming back down to the lower site. No kit, no utility, but everything on his shoulders.
Weight of the world here. Is he going to crumble under the pressure? Nikados moving in, and right now Heroic, they are full set to just play around this bomb. It's set up for Cadian to win this in a clutch, right? If somehow Nikados gets past this AWP, Cadian can play to time. That's assuming he manages to survive the crossing. It's not going to be easy, and Testes swinging out.
You're getting into territory where it's Fnatic's nightmare. You have so much more to do now on the T side, the side that you did nothing on earlier today. Roy trying to get them a miracle here. 5-7 into the double kill on the connector. A two-man advantage picked up already for Fnatic. Heroic start to barrel back to B. This is the decisiveness. This is the killer instinct perhaps that Heroic have. The push through, letting Refresh try and gain this ground back. They know they still have the weaponry advantage. They have that superiority, but now they need the kills.
Yeah, Refresh at the front. Dispatching a Forest, was ready for a short side duel, but it doesn't matter. Mezzi holds the line, and with support from the... Even see him, and Forest finds that perfect window. Oh, even more damage. Okay, on the reload, they might look to come through.
Here
there it is, there's the push. Crims didn't have his gun out, wasn't able to help. This B site is overwhelmed. Fnatic knocked out.
Cadian creeping closer with a scope, and he will close.
But that is a golden invitation, a golden ticket for Fnatic to go and take that B site. Mezzi is still in the toilet, still in the bathrooms, trying to disrupt these rotates. He's behind enemy lines right now, and in a spot that could look to win the whole damn round. Instead, Cadian gonna wait for him, gonna hang around for that push. It's a 5v3. Heroic have found all the glory so far. Now they've just got to stop this bomb from going off.
Coming back in, they're coming in quickly, and the kills will follow. It's just Roy, and he's towards Graffiti. So many Heroic players applying pressure to his position, and they ream him out. Cadian with the headshot, deep shoot.
Need an introduction as to how calm he is, and Roy and Nikados aren't like the loudest two either. This fight over in mid is super awkward, man. You've been spammed out. You don't have this control. You do have guys up con, but right now Heroic have got the bomb, and so the real challenge is just beginning, and nothing is landing. Oh no! Forest.
Got to feel like it's strong enough for at least one. Flash is good. Tucks his head down. Should be coming back up, and this time takes away Forest. Advantage siding with Heroic. Testa swings out again. He's even got some support, but he doesn't need it. Testa's taking 3, and everything is crumbling for Fnatic in this round until that point. Nikodos with a double through the smoke, finally put in the ground by Testes, who gets himself another 4K. He's on for the ace. He's on for all 5. And somehow, some way, we are at a 1 versus 2, which actually feels winnable for Crims.
Yeah, got to put a stop to a very warmed up Testes though. 4 in the round and hungry for all 5. Tucked in at the dumpster, waiting as Crims looks to make his move. They have pincered him here. He's vulnerable to short. He's vulnerable to dumpster, but Crims, oh, he's got it down to the 1v1. Gotta go get the bomb.
Yes, a kill.
And in doing so, he's running into Refresh. Knife out as he runs to the site. There's the swing. Refresh has slowed him down enough, and that's the round right there. Heroic up on a 12. They don't even need to win all the fights, just the tag. Actually a chance for Fnatic here. You know, they don't have a lot of utility, so the B play makes a lot of sense. You can just try to win this opening fight with a couple of well-placed flashes. As they look to move in, though, they've lost that first engagement, and so the momentum kind of seeps out of the B take. Nikodos over on short, does pepper them with 1. Mezzi snuck out through Monster. It's in these late round moments that Mezzi can still find impact, right? He's not having to manage anything now, and so he is just focusing on himself and getting this space. He's good for the kill, and it's left to Cadian, who's swung again by Mezzi. Perfect hit has just kind of eluded them, really. Heroic actually deep pushed over towards long and mid, and they got the info that no one was there. So they start to scramble these bodies back down to B, and with the man advantage, Heroic can now just play retake in the 5v4.
Oh, a big kill from Cadian. That could be a difference maker in this hole for Fnatic. They thought that was their chance. If Nikodos takes down Cadian, if he tries to stop the attack forward into the retake, well, maybe, just maybe, Fnatic would have been able to hold on, but now they have to look to Roy, and he's done very well to get 1. Mezzi stepping up alongside of him, and they're finding their crucial kills to keep this one afloat. Suddenly they look back towards short, and Heroic's significant player advantage is now dwindled just down to 2 players, and it's still toppling Mezzi and Roy.
Again, but it is making me nervous. It's a slow walk into the A site, into a gimmicky boost with everyone else here ready to flood on in.
They could go back, but there is a risk to that as well. You don't really know if there's anybody in the connector, but eventually they should start to see the numbers. But the problem is Forest is committing with a bomb, so he goes down, maybe. Of a problem here, but he has handled the first player well, second even better. Now gets taken out, fine setup. But it shouldn't be amounting to too much. Fnatic taking the kills, and yeah, it does.
Knows their roles and responsibilities to a T. Whereas Fnatic, it is more loose, it is more free-flowing, and so now we're going to get that answer, which is better. Crims opening up the round and actually is very fond of doing. And so let's... Oh, no!
Hashtag remove the
player out. It would have at least...
Here comes the barrel player at least.
At a bare minimum, Shush does go running into his death right. And so that's given you this invitation into the B play.
Oh,
it's
refresh,
only refresh here. He is all alone. No one else can help him. He's got to do the heavy lifting. And with only one kill found, it's looking like a Fnatic round right here.
Yeah, no problem. Fnatic, initial... When they try to go, the molly hits off the train, you think it's a problem. You think it's starting to really capitulate. Are they going to be able... He's about to come around the backside. He's backtracking. He spotted one. Takes it immediately. Testis now focuses in towards the top mid. Good jump spot to see the other one at long. And Testis has gathered info and still standing. He poses a threat. And he's going to go and fight Roy down. Oh, Testis taking matters into his own hands. Nearly comes away with a triple. But that is an essential kill to come through for Nikodas. Forrest now grabbing the gap, realizing he can push forward, catches Shush out of position. Could find another here as well. Jump spot comes through, down. Oh, so clean! The map here, Harry. Maybe. Refresh is known to pull off some unthinkable moments. And here he goes again.
Oh my. Oh, Forrest might actually be deceptive in nature here for Fnatic. They might assume they've got more room or more chances than they do in this B play. And these guys who are rotating down have also got utility that's now going in to slow down this exec. The man on short has to go ahead of the molly and it all gets so...
Yeah,
and
I do love that.
Yeah.
Get my mouth all over the toilet. Cadian going through though, and Nika does. He's down and out. Heroic starting to send Fnatic to the bathrooms themselves, but as he's fighting back, he will not be bullied. He stands up tall, but not for long. Gets slapped by the bigger guy, and Roy and Crims into the 2 versus 4. Down, starting to make his way long, and will start to fight and isolate Roy, realizing he's likely there alone, and he feels himself to go for the 1v1 fight. So now it's just Crims. And you don't want to stay in the bathrooms alone. You know, hanging out in the bathrooms on your own is a bit weird. So Crims is out of that. 24 seconds left.
You only go to the bathroom with friends.
Yeah, bro, I go there with my friends. Hang out in the bathrooms with your friends. It's less weird.
Right, Crims, he doesn't have any mates. They're all gone. He's the last of a dying breed in this round.
10
1v4 and 10 seconds to play with. Tries his hand at the leaker round like this. If you get the first, maybe it spirals, maybe it gets wild, but with it going against you and with Heroic padding out this A bomb site, the chances of doing much here are pretty slim. This should be Heroic onto 15. Okay, maybe that's going to give you a little bit more breathing room here.
I got an AK out of that as well, so Roy has that to play with, but you still look at the time. 25 seconds, they have to maneuver their way towards the site, and in doing so... Okay! I was going to say, you had a player you had to worry about in the form of Stown, but you've got rid of him, and now Heroic start to panic. They start to drop back. Testis' position should be enough to just clothesline them, and he will...
Do or die, elimination. Or a battle into overtime and then running it back again. Cadian's waiting in the divider. He knows they're up close, but he will be caught by Nikodas.
Oh.
Roy follows up with another. It's the Danes doing it all. The Copenhagen Falmez graduates coming in with 2 kills. And it's opened up a route into the round.
It looks like it is the round. Heroic is so far away. They conceded this one. And that's going to be Fnatic. That's the most important one to it. Obviously, you lose, they
might actually start to feel a bit of pressure to get involved. Hang on, that smoke hit was heard. Now no. Heroic, no, that smoke made contact, and so they're ready for the monster push. Refresh and Shush have lit them up. The bomb is out in no man's land. There's under a minute left. And Fnatic, now a man down with no bomb, need to play into this one. They need to get into that B site before they can even think about getting this bomb planted. This is not how they wanted it to go, and it all started with a fleshy smoke sound effect.
Weather as we established yesterday, but 35 seconds. That might just be all that is left for Fnatic here in Lund. Nikodas holds, no mistake coming. Eventually Fnatic need to make the play. Eventually they need to leap towards that bomb. The time isn't getting any easier. You aren't getting more of it to play with. 20 seconds. Fnatic have to go. If they don't go now, it is done on time. They want to at least fight for their chance, but it's not going well. Roy is down. Down and Shoosh will close it. And there it is for Heroic. They will take their 2-0 victory over the Fnatic side.